The Senate has passed the 2022 Appropriation Bill. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the Nigeria Customs Service says its officers intercepted imported sex enhancement drugs and other items worth 110 million naira in Katsina State. The coordinator, Strike Force Zone B, Hussaini Aliyu, disclosed this while briefing journalists in Katsina on Tuesday. He said the seizure was done from October 2nd till date. Aliyu said the service intercepted 52 cartons of different drugs with fake NAFDAC numbers valued 6.102 million naira and a motorcycle valued 60,000 naira. He added that during the period under review, 450 bags of 50 kilograms of foreign parboiled rice valued 10.890 million naira were also intercepted. At number 9, the presidency says at least 45 people were killed in fresh attacks in Lafia, Obi and Awe local government areas of Nasarawa State. In a statement, the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, described the 45 slain victims as farmers, thus indicating that they may have been killed by armed herders. Shehu wrote, President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed grief over the heart-wrenching murder of 45 farmers and scores injured following renewed hostilities in Lafia, Obi and Awe local government areas of Nasarawa State. President Buhari said the sympathies of the entire nation were with the affected families. At number 8, the National Bureau of Statistics says the country's all-commodity group import index grew marginally by 0.52% between July and September 2021. This was contained in the NBS Commodity Price Indices and Terms of Trade for Q3 2021, published on its website on Tuesday. The report said the growth was driven mainly by products of the chemical and allied industries, wood and articles of wood, wood charcoal and articles, paper-making materials, paper and paperboard articles. The NBS also said that between July and August, the all-commodity group export price index averagely declined by 2.33% due to decreases in the prices of mineral products, animal and vegetable fats and oils, and other cleavage products and vehicles, aircraft and parts, as well as vessels. At number 7, Nigerian First Lady Aisha Buhari has sent all staff in her office on indefinite leave amidst pregnancy rumor. This was disclosed in a statement released on Tuesday by Mohammed Kamal, her Senior Special Assistant on Health and Development Partners. Part of the statement read, "This serves to inform all staff that the Office of the First Lady will be closed for the upcoming festive period of Christmas and New Year. To this end, all staff are requested to proceed on leave until further notice. Please note that official engagements and work can also continue virtually as it was done previously." This comes a day after new photos of Mrs. Buhari looking heavily pregnant went viral on social media. The photos triggered pregnancy rumors on social media, with Nigerians wondering if she's expecting a baby. However, the presidency reacted to this, saying the pictures were doctored by mischief makers. At number 6, the National Emergency Management Agency has launched Operation Eagle Eye in readiness to respond to emergency disasters during the Yuletide season. The agency also warned motorists to desist from reckless driving during the Christmas and New Year. The head NEMA Mina Operations Office, Hajia Zainab Saidu, flagged off the exercise in Mina on Wednesday. Saidu said the agency is collaborating with key stakeholders such as the Federal Road Safety Corps, Federal and State Fire Services, Nigerian Red Cross and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps to manage disasters. She noted that the agency is committed to having an accident-free festive celebration and advised road users to maintain a safe speed, avoid overspeeding and night journeys. At number 5, the traditional ruler of Umueziala Ama Autonomous Community in the Ehime-Bano local government area of Imo State, Aloy Igwe, who was kidnapped on December 14th, has been released. According to a community source who disclosed the development on Wednesday, Igwe was released on Tuesday evening, a week after he was abducted by unknown men while discussing with his kinsmen. It was gathered that ransom was paid before the traditional ruler was released, but the amount was not disclosed. At number 4, traders at the Kufa Wambai market in Kano State staged a protest on Wednesday morning against the erection of more shops in the already congested market by the Kano government. The protesters, who converged at the Sani Buhari line of the market, defied multiple gunshots by security officials who shot into the air to disperse them. One of the market leaders, Ibrahim Yakasai, told reporters that they woke up to see the foundation of the new shops that were laid overnight. He said the new structures blocked some routes and access to existing shops in the market. At number 3, the Senate has failed to override President Muhammadu Buhari's veto on the 2010 Electoral Act Bill 2021. The Red Chamber made the U-turn when members emerged from a 40-minute closed session on Wednesday. The Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, explained after the executive session that the upper chamber had decided to consult with members of the House of Representatives on the matter. He said since the House had gone on recess and the Constitution prescribes that both chambers should take a joint decision on the matter, it would be proper for them to wait till January before any action could be taken. Recall that yesterday some senators threatened to override Buhari over his refusal to assent to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. At number 2, the federal government has declared Monday, December 27th, Tuesday, December 28th, 2021, and Monday, January 3rd, 2022 as public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year celebrations respectively. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, made the declaration on Wednesday on behalf of the federal government. The announcement was contained in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Shuaib Belgore, titled FG declares Monday 27th, Tuesday 28th, 2021 and Monday January 3rd, 2022 public holidays. Aregbesola stressed that peace and security are two critical conditions for economic development and prosperity and urged Christians and Nigerians to make the best use of this festive period to pray for the total eradication of insecurity bedeviling our dear nation. Finally, at number 1, the Senate has passed the 2022 appropriation bill. The Red Chamber raised the total estimates of the federal government's budget from the proposed 16.3 trillion naira to 17.126 trillion naira. The oil benchmark was also raised from the proposed $57 per barrel to $62. The passage confirms the Senate's promise that the 2022 budget would be passed before the end of the year. The bill passed during plenary on Wednesday followed the adoption of the recommendations of the report of the Senate Committee on Appropriation. Recall that on October 8th, President Muhammadu Buhari presented the 2022 budget proposal of 16.391 trillion naira to the joint session of the National Assembly for approval. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.